it's your boy again, Offense Lekgote, and today is the day you're going to be talking about challenges that interns are facing in South Africa. First and foremost, let's start right in. Let's start with the requirements before entering into the internship world. I feel like the requirements in South Africa are ridiculous. You gotta have some of the companies, you gotta have honors degree minimum, yeah, especially geology, of which is it's ridiculous. What happens if you don't have the money to further your studies and to do an honors, and what happens if you don't get into honors? Because in order for you to into honors, you gotta have at least 65% minimum. So what happens if you don't have honors and you want to actually get into mining industry as a geologist? So requirements ridiculous. Number two, companies, such as some companies, especially most of the consulting companies, especially for environmental scientists, one of the minimum requirements is for you to have a car, to have a driver's license. Okay, the driver's license I get, but then a car. How are you supposed to buy the car? How are you supposed to buy the car? Because you just like freshly graduated from varsity. So where do you get the money to get a car in order for you to get this internship? So it's ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense. Number three, the questions they ask in interviews, especially for internships, they are difficult. Sometimes they quite comprehend, especially to technical ones, because you don't have the exposure to industry. So where are we? How are you supposed to get those questions? So enjoy the interview questions. The thing is, HR, they don't actually get hore. We sisemzansi la, like we have different socio-economic backgrounds. So the requirements that they actually they want from us, it doesn't actually make sense, guys. No, 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 no. It doesn't even make sense. Let me refer to my notes. Okay, I'll be referring to my notes and the research I've gathered. Graduates, they often take internships that are not what they studied for, just to get the monthly stipends that will actually help at home. And others, they go for internships just to probably do coffee and print papers for their managers. Like you get the internship only to find out the manager would like want you to make copies for them and make coffees for them. So mostly supervisors tend to have favoritism because of the university that a graduate is from. I mean, like, guys, come on. We're not entirely the product of where we studied, but solely to choose to become. So companies, they have that tendencies to favor those who are actually from a certain university. So in a workplace, there's some sort of favoritism going on, and others, they treat you badly. They would like literally make you to quit from that particular. The challenges I face as an intern is that the organization that I work for didn't have a plan for us, so there isn't really much experience I'm getting. There are a lot of days where I get to work and really literally hope for the best. There's no job description. I don't have a day-to-day work activities that I don't even want to apply for an entry-level job is in the space where I am right now. As you can see, one of the requirements and the salary, it's 8k to 10k, of which it's little. Requirements here: the driver's license, 2 work experience, of which we don't have, and then the high employment rate in South Africa, we sitting on 33.9. Honors as a minimum requirement, especially in geology. Master's degree as a minimum requirement. Imagine, since like we undergoing emotional stress, and it's not that easy to having to balance your life at work and then having to balance your life at home, you know. Sometimes, like, with most of others, they would think like committing suicide because you have qualifications, but then yet you are working for this company as an intern, you're getting way less the amount, you know. So it's very heartbreaking and it's very stressful, you know. And for you to get a permanent job, it takes a mountain to get a permanent. Internships are stressful, guys, and it's very heartbreaking, especially to start with them in order for you to have like a certain amount of experience, so you have to, especially for mining, you have to start with your 12 months P1 and P2, which is practical work. After that, like 2 years of internship. It's equivalent to 3 years. After that, it is then that you might get the permanent job. So you have to like have 3 years of being an intern, getting less stipend. After it is then that they would actually consider to hire you as a permanent employee. So it's heartbreaking, guys. It's really heartbreaking. It's about time that like private firms and government try to at least increase the stipend. At least interns should be getting a minimum of 15k in order to buy that car they want, in order to actually maintain your lifestyle, because you cannot maintain your lifestyle with 7,000. I mean, like if you stay in Joburg, apartments there are really expensive, so it's impossible to actually maintain your life with 7k. To private firms and the government and the other hiring companies, we can do it if we are given a chance. Try and please increase the stipend. Try and please reduce the minimum requirement and accommodate us. Give us a chance. We can change the world. I believe we can do it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.